Hello, I'm Mrs. Manisha Pradeep Khaire, continues with the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. We will see Drug Inspector. The central government or a state government, by notification in the official gazette, appoints inspectors having prescribed qualification under Section 21 of the Act for the specified area. A person to be appointed as drug inspector should have no financial interest in the import, manufacture or sale of the drugs or cosmetic. Drug inspector is a public servant under Section 21 of Indian Penal Code. Qualification for drug inspector: he should be a graduate in pharmacy or pharmaceutical sciences or medicine with specialization in clinical pharmacology or microbiology from recognized university. Provided that for the purpose of inspection of manufacture of the substances specified in Schedule C, a person appointed as drug inspector should have the following qualification. First, not less than 18 months experience in the manufacturing of at least one of the substance specified in Schedule C, or not less than 18 months experience in testing of at least one of the substance specified in a Schedule C in an approved laboratory, or not less than 3 years experience in the inspection of firms manufacturing any of the substance specified in Schedule C during the course of their services as the drug inspector. Provided further that for the first 4 years from the date on which Chapter 4 of the Act takes effect in the state, person whose qualification, training and experience are considered adequate may be appointed as inspector, and their appointment continued even after 4 years if the state government is satisfied. Then we will see powers of drug inspector. Within the local limits for which the inspector is appointed, he may first inspect the premises where drugs or cosmetic is being manufacturing. Then he may inspect the means which are employed for standardizing and testing of the drugs or cosmetic. Then the premises in which any drug or cosmetic is being sold or stocked or exhibited or offered for sale or distributed. Then second power is that drug inspector can take samples of any drug or cosmetic first being manufactured or being sold or is stocked or offered for sale or being distributed. Second, he may take the sample from any person who is conveying, delivering or preparing to deliver any drug or cosmetic to a purchaser or a consignee. Next, drug inspector can search any person in connection with the offence at all reasonable time. Next, drug inspector can enter and search any place or premises in which he believes that an offence is being committed or has been committed at all reasonable time. Drug inspector can stop and search any vehicle which he has reason to believe useful for carrying any drug or cosmetic in respect of which offence has been or has been committed. Then he may give order in writing to the person in possession of drug or cosmetic in respect of which offence has been committed or is being committed. Then not to be disposing stock of such drugs or cosmetic for a specific period not extending 20 days or unless the defect has been removed. He may seize the stock of such a drug or cosmetic or any substance or article which are used to carry the drug. Drug inspector can examine any record, register, document or any other material object found while exercising above powers and seize if he has reason to believe that is an evidence of the commission of an offence under the Act. Drug inspector can exercise any other powers for carrying out the purpose of this Drug and Cosmetic Act. Then we will see duties of drug inspector. Duties of drug inspector are divided into two parts: duties in relationship with the sale of the drug and cosmetic, and second, duties in relationship to the manufacture of drugs and cosmetic. First we will see duties in relation to the sale of drug and cosmetic. Drug inspector will inspect at least twice a year all establishments licensed for sale of drugs in the area assigned to him and check whether the conditions of the license are observed or not. If drug inspector thinks necessary to obtain and send the samples of imported drugs and cosmetic for test or analysis which are being sold or stocked in contravention of the provision of the Act. He may investigate any complaint in writing made to him. Then drug inspector institute prosecution in case of breach of the Act and rules. Then to maintain the records relating to all the inspections and actions taken by him and to submit the copies of such records to the controlling authority. Then to make the inquiries and inspections regarding the sale of drugs in contravention of the Act. Next, to detain the imported packages if he suspects to contain drugs, the import of which is prohibited. Then duties of drug inspector in relation to the manufacturing of drugs and cosmetic. First, to inspect at least twice a year all the premises licensed for manufacture of drugs within the area allotted to him and to satisfy whether the conditions of the license and the provision of the Act and rules thereunder are being observed or not. Second, to inspect the premises licensed for manufacturing of drugs specified in Schedule C and C1. First, to observe plant and process of manufacturing, means employed. Then second, means of standardization and testing of drugs. Next, method and place of storage condition. Then qualification of technical staff employed. Details of location, construction, administration which may affect potency or purity of the product. Then next duty of drug inspector is to send a detailed report of inspection to the controlling authority after each inspection indicating conditions of the license and provision of the Act and the rules which are being observed. Then to take the sample of drugs manufactured on the premises and send them for test or analysis. Then to check all records and register required to be maintained under the rules. And last, to institute prosecution in respect of the breaches of the Act and rules thereunder. Then we will see procedure of inspection. First, for taking the sample of drugs for analysis and their dispatch to the government analyst. In that first, intimate the purpose to a person from whom he takes the sample in writing in a prescribed form, that is form 17. Then fair price of the sample be tendered and acknowledgement thereof be obtained. If the price is refused, person be issued with a receipt in prescribed form, that is form 16A. In the presence of concerned person, divide the sample in 4 parts. Each portion is effectively sealed and marked suitably. The concerned person is allowed to put his own seal and mark. If sample is taken from manufacturing premises, it should be divided in only 3 parts. Procedure of inspection. Further, if a drug is packed in small volume containers or gets damaged or deteriorates on exposure, 3 or 4 containers to be taken as the case may be and sealed and marked. First part, restore one portion or container with the person from whom sample is taken. Send one portion to the government analyst for test and analysis. Reserve one portion for production before the court if proceedings are instituted in case of such a samples. And last, send remaining portion to the warrantor if any, whose name, address and other particulars have been disclosed. Then procedure of inspection for seizure of stock. Whenever inspector suspects that any drug or cosmetic contravenes any of the provision of the Act, he may seize any stock of such a drugs or records, register or document, which are believed to be evidence of the commission of an offence, and he should inform to a judicial magistrate as soon as possible and take his order for the custody of the same. If the contravention be such that defect may be remedied by the possessor, and if the inspector is being satisfied, he can revoke his order and may return the material to the possessor. Then penalty for obstructing inspector. If any person willfully obstruct an inspector in the exercise of the powers conferred upon him or refuses to produce any record, register or any other document when required, he shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years or with fine or with both. Thank you.